welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this channel today I'm going to be sharing all the 26 books I want to read for this year 2026. So some of them are physical books and some of them are ebooks. So first I will show you the ebooks that I want to read. Okay. So the first book is The Dance of Thieves duology. It is 2 books, so since it's a duology, I just want to finish it. So this is a YA fantasy book about Kazi, a legendary reformed thief sent by the queen to infiltrate the dangerous Ballinger outlaw dynasty led by Jace Ballinger as they clash, leading to a slow burn enemies, 2 lovers, romance, political intrigue, and a battle of wits between the cunning Kazi and the formidable Jaz. I don't know much about this series, so that's it. I'm interested to read it. The third book I want to read is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I've read Holly Jackson's lot of books and I really like her. This book is about 18-year-old Belle who has lived her whole life in the shadow of her mom's mysterious disappearance. So 16 years ago, Rachel Price vanished and young Belle was the only witness, but she has no memory of it. So Rachel is gone, long presumed dead, and Belle wishes everyone would just move on. So obviously Rachel reappears. So that is in the heading itself. So Rachel has an unbelievable story about what happened to her. Unbelievable because Belle isn't sure it's real. So if Rachel is lying, then where has she been all this time, and could she be dangerous? With the camera still rolling, Belle must uncover the truth about her mother and find out why Rachel Price really came back from the dead. So that is my third book. The fourth book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. So again, I have seen this book so much on YouTube. So in this rom-com, Casey Weston, a hopeless romantic teen, attempts to secure a happily ever after moment with her forever crush, but finds herself reluctantly drawn to the boy next door. I think that's enough for this. So it's a romantic book. Then I want to read The Naturals. So this is a series and I want to read 3 books in this. The Naturals, Killer Instinct, and All in 3 books. So Cassie is a natural at reading people, piecing together the tiniest details. She can tell you who you are and what you want, but it's not a skill that she's ever taken seriously until the FBI come knocking. They've begun a classified program that uses exceptional teenagers to crack infamous court cases, and they need Cassie. What Cassie doesn't realize is that there's more at risk than a few unsolved murders, especially when she's sent to live with a group of teens whose gifts are as unusual as her own. Soon it becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem, and when a new killer strikes, danger looms close. So I think I will enjoy this definitely. The next book I want to read is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. So in a small back alley in Tokyo, there's a cafe which has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. But this coffee shop offers its customers a unique experience, the chance to travel back in time. So in Before the Coffee Gets Cold, we meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time traveling offer in order to confront the man who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has been taken by early onset Alzheimer's, see their sister's one last time, and meet the daughter they never got the chance to know. So but the journey into the past does not come without risk. Customers must sit in a particular seat. They cannot leave the cafe, and finally they must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. So that's like very interesting. I would really love to read that. The next book is The Secret History. So this is a murder mystery that goes in the Reverse order. In the very first chapter, the narrator Richard Papin confesses that he is partly responsible for the death of his college mate Edmund Bunny Corcoran. The author does not give away a lot of details initially, but slowly builds up the mystery. So Richard talks about his days at Hampton College in New England, where he was a part of a socially isolated group of classic students. So I think it's a murder mystery. That source. I'm really into it. So this year I really want to get into Brandon Sanderson. So this is his standalone, Tress of the Emerald Sea. The only life Tress has known on her island home in an emerald green ocean has been a simple one, with the simple pleasures of collecting cups brought by sailors from faraway lands and listening to stories told by her friend Charlie. But when his father takes him on a voyage to find a bride and disaster strikes, Tress must stow away on a ship and seek the sorceress of the deadly midnight sea. Amid the spore oceans where pirates abound, can Tress leave her simple life behind and make her own place, sailing a sea where a single drop of water can mean instant death? Then I want to read Tahira Mafi's The Woven Kingdom. So I think the fourth book has also come out, but I want to read these three. I loved her Shatter Me series, so I know I'm definitely going to enjoy this. So to all the world, Alize is a disposable servant, not the long lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom forced to hide in plain sight. So the crown prince Kamran has heard the prophecies foretelling the death of his king, but he could never have imagined that the servant girl with the strange eyes, the girl he can't put out of his mind, would one day soon uproot his kingdom and the world. This is perfect for fans of Leigh Bardugo, Sarah J. Maas and Chloe Gong. So I've read Leigh Bardugo and Sarah J. Maas. So Tahira Mafi, I've read her Shatter Me, so I know I'm going to enjoy this. So that is 3 books. Then this is the Cinder. This is a series. It is called the Lunar Chronicles, and this is the first book in the series. Cinder, a gifted mechanic in New Beijing, is also a cyborg. She is reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's sudden illness, but when her life becomes entwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she finds herself at the center of a violent struggle between the desires of an evil queen and a dangerous temptation. So this is not the fairy tale you remember, but it's one you won't forget. So it's sort of like a fairy tale retelling. Next book I want to read is the Inheritance Games series. So there are 4 books in this series. So I will be reading this one and the Hawthorne Legacy. So what is the Inheritance Games about? The character we have is Avery. She has a plan: keep her head down, work hard for a better future. Then an eccentric billionaire dies, leaving her almost his entire fortune, and no one, least of all Avery, knows why. And the people who are family of the billionaire, now she must move into the mansion she's inherited. It's filled with secrets and codes and the old man's surviving relatives. A family hell-bent on discovering why Avery got their money. Now there's only one rule: winner takes all. Swoosh is caught in a deadly game that everyone in this strange family is playing, but just how far will they go to keep their fortune? So I know I'm going to enjoy this series, so I'm just taking the 2 books, and yes, definitely if I enjoy those 2, I will continue the series. Now let's go to the physical books. So the first book I have in the physical book is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Hewer. So what I have heard from, I think, so many YouTubers saying is that, okay, I'll read from the back. Young couple Charlie and Eve can't believe the killer deal they got on an old house deep in the mountains. One day a man knocks on the door. He says he's lived there years before and asks if he can show his family around. So as soon as they enter, strange things start to happen, and Eve is desperate for them to leave and never come back. But they can't or won't take the hint that they are no longer welcome. Then Charlie vanishes and Eve begins to lose her grip on reality. She's convinced there's something terribly wrong with the house and its past inhabitants, or is it all in her head? So that's a thriller book. Then another author I want to explore is Stephen King. So I have seen the It movie and I enjoyed it. I like horrors also. So yes, I want to read Stephen King's It. I don't think I need to read the blurb, but let me do it. An epic thriller from the #1 bestseller. Derry, Maine is just an ordinary town, familiar, well ordered, for the most part a good place to live. It is a group of children who see and feel what makes Derry so horribly different. In the storm drains, in the sewers, it lurks, taking on the shape of every nightmare, each one's deepest dread. Sometimes it appears as an evil clown named Pennywise, and sometimes it reaches up, seizing, tearing, and killing. Time passes and the children grow up, move away, and forget until they are called back once more to confront it as it stirs and coils in the sullen depths of their memories, emerging again to make their past nightmares a terrible present reality. So yes, so I want to get into Stephen King. Oh, that is so chubby. I love a chubby book. Then again, I want to get to know this reader, Arif Kwan. So catabasis it is. So grad student Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become the brightest mind in the field of analytic magic, but the only person who can make her dream come true is dead, and inconveniently in hell. So, and Alice, along with her biggest rival Peter Murdoch, is going after him. But hell is not as the philosophers claim. Its rules are upside down, and if she's going to get out of there alive, she and Peter will have to work together. That's if they can agree on anything. So that's also interesting. It's actually like pretty long and thick book, but the writings are quite thick. So yeah, I want to again explore this reader. That's why I bought this book. And then I am in the middle of a series that is by Sarah J. Maas. So I have read The Throne of Glass, and yeah, I want to continue the series. And one book is already there that I am reading. Yeah, so I think there are 8 books in this series. So yes, so I have to read 7 this year. So I'll be completing the Sarah J. Maas Throne of Glass series. So this is on my high priority list. First I'll be finishing this series, then only I'll be moving to the other books. So that's all for my 26 books for 2026 TBR. Yeah.